confrontation. Ace the Tank Bakke and Wildman Marco Garcia collide. This is a last man standing match here. Wildman Marco Garcia tried to confront Ace the Tank Bakke. Ace the Tank Bakke making it clear that he is sick, that he is personally sick and tired. He feels that the legends of yesteryear are taking away valuable opportunities, valuable screen time, the ability, taking away the opportunities for the current wrestlers to become the next legends. How are they supposed to compete if they're not given those opportunities? Just to give these wrestlers like Marco Garcia one more match. Ace is determined to try and take out these legends, try to get them out of the business. And he's starting off by trying to take out Wildman Marco Garcia here. Oh, but Marco, a wrestler from the TTW days, is not about to go out that easily. He goes looking around the ring for a weapon here. Marco Garcia from the TTW days. His daughter, Marcia Garcia, part of the VGIW women's division. Oh, right back up. Oh, and Ace there with a big boot. Now, Ace, of course, has made plenty of history here on the VGIW channel. The first ever, hardcore champion on the channel. The first ever Limitless World Champion. Ace has always been a trailblazer on the channel. Oh! I remember he kept listing off names of wrestlers that he felt deserved better, but were being pushed aside. Just so the David Hagans and the Marco Garcias and Hubert Constantines of the world can have one more match. How are they all supposed... his whole MO generally was, how are you supposed to get new legends if those wrestlers, those promising talents, can't get those opportunities? And he wants to take out these legends so that they can step aside and let the next wrestler, let the next generation, the current, rising stars of professional wrestling, fight their way to the top. And you can agree or disagree with the way Ace has been handling things, but I can at least see the logic behind this. I don't have to agree with it, but I can still see the logic. Now, the last man standing match, the way to win this is simple. You have to take out your opponent, keep him down for a 10 count. Easier said than done, but... oh, nice takedown right there. Let me tell you, it is always exciting to see Ace the Tank Bakke. And you can see right here, he is very ready to go right now. Oh, man. He is absolutely annihilating Marco right now. And just some humiliating slaps. He is trying to make it crystal clear that he is not going to give Marco Garcia that Legends welcome. Other wrestlers may do so, but he is not about to be one of them. Oh my goodness. I want to let you know that this episode of Monday Night Law, of course, is brought to you by WWE 2K26. WWE 2K26. You're out now on Xbox Series, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC. It's where you're getting all this incredible wrestling action every single week right now. And Marco Garcia there with the takedown. Honestly, not bad at all. Very well delivered there with some of those shots. And there, the chops, the beatdown. Impossible to ignore, really. And now, look at that. Oh, Marco Garcia. His point of view of the whole thing was that, that he just simply feels that the new generation of wrestlers hasn't got the grit that his did. He feels that, you know, that his generation was built of sterner stuff, and quite frankly thinks that they're just complaining. And that, but I don't know, you know, that I don't know if that's the wisest thing to say to someone like Ace, who has twisted and torn apart people for less. Oh man, flat the STO though from the wild man Marco Garcia. Marco has got decades of experience in that ring. And now watch that as Ace gets back up, goes for some jabs now. Oh, trying to really work Ace over here with those clubbing blows. And down goes Ace. Nice work right there. And now, again, Marco Garcia. Oh, Ace there, rolling back up. And look at this. Oh, but Marco manages to dodge that discus clothesline. Good thing, too, for Marco, because that would not have gone well for him if that had connected. Oh, trying to go for a scoop slam, but Ace there managing to reverse it. And Ace right now has got a lot of energy heading into this. Now, another thing to note is that this episode is brought to you by Storm System Worldwide. We don't have the graphics for this right now, but Storm System Worldwide, proud sponsors of Monday Night Law. Oh, look at this right here. And there with the reversal, nice work escaping that calf crusher. Oh, God. Ace is always astounded with the expansiveness of his repertoire. He's got some good old moves that he likes to rely on, though, like cowl mutilation. There's that tap out, but that's not going to do him any good here. Last man standing. There's no pinfall win. There's no submission victory. You only win by keeping your opponent down for a 10 count. And look at that. Ace with the kendo stick in hand, ready to do further harm to Marco Garcia if he gets back up. Oh, Marco managing to just barely get back to his feet. Oh my God. And now look at this. Going for the Kimura. Marco's in deep, deep trouble right now. You can see the way. Look at that again. Tapping. I think Marco's really starting to come to grips with the fact that Ace is not merciful. Ace isn't someone who's going to hold back. Ace will absolutely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, demolish you given half the opportunity. At VGIW, we've known it since day one, or CW, which has now started invading VGIW, are also well aware of it. I've heard that the Great Orc has given a special ruling that they're to avoid Ace at all costs because of the reputation that Ace the Tank Bakke has with OrCW. Back in its back in its birth. Back during its earliest years, Ace the Tank Bakke was running rampant over OrCW. So you got to think, they're seeing how Ace is like running wild on these legends, and they're probably thinking, and they must be thinking, oh my God, we need to stay well clear if Ace is getting crazy like this again. The ref counting once again here, and Ace watching on. But you can see there, he's psyching himself up, ready for Marco to get back up. But if I was Marco, I'd stay down and just accept defeat at this stage. Oh my God, while Ace is celebrating, Marco's getting back up. Maybe a window of opportunity for the Wild Man. No, never mind. Easily brought back down. And Ace, oh, look at that. Calf crusher once again. Ace is making this look so easy right now. Ace is giving no quarter to the Wild Man. Marco Garcia is struggling big time, and you can see it there that Ace is determined to rip Marco Garcia apart. He is loving every bit of this, because I think Ace is proving himself, it is, at least in his own mind, proving himself right here. You know, we're giving these opportunities to these legends when the current generation of wrestler can walk circles around some of them. I don't know how if he would be able to walk circles around the likes of, say, a Dan Decker, an Aku Suzuki, or a David Hagen, or something of that nature. But maybe something could be said about the Marco Garcias of the world. And there you have it. The opening match is concluded. Marco Garcia, unable to answer the 10 count, has been thoroughly humiliated in my opinion. He put up a decent fight, but made to tap out repeatedly and then beaten down for that 10 count. I mean, that's pretty damn definitive a win right there if you ask me. Congratulations to Ace the Tank Bakke. Now, from what I can tell, he's far from done with his crusade against the legends of the VGIW channel. And I think, if anything, this win will have only galvanized him there. Well, we're moving on to the next match now. Kato is taking on Storm System Worldwide and RCW's Nuke. Now, this is something I find interesting. Storm System Worldwide have put themselves in a perfect position to play all sides here. Of course, they're VGIW OGs, but they've also got their fingers with several in the RCW pie. They've been around RCW plenty of times, and even have wrestlers from RCW that have joined Storm System Worldwide. And then there's Shock Wrestling, where Aaron Storm has managed to convince several of them to be fans of him. I get the feeling that that's just the beginning of his dealings with Shock Wrestling. Aaron Storm has managed to, in a weird way, become, he's managed to find a way to make sure, to play the political game and make sure Storm System Worldwide is almost, not part of the issues. They can play every side and get ahead. Look at that, Nuke trying to take Kato into the corner there. Now, of course, Kato undefeated, and Nuke wanting to try and put an end to that here. Look at those punches. And Kato plummeting down. Oh, the crowd watching on here. Here we go now. Oh, big reversal there. Now, it should be said that this episode of Monday Night Law is brought to you by the Dominus Ignis. The Dominus Ignis, with mainly robot combat related content. So if you like BattleBots, Robot Wars, or anything similar, be sure to check it out for gameplay videos and reviews of robot combat content. Oh my goodness, Kato right now trying to disarm Nuke here. And the referee warning Nuke, he's got to get back in that ring. Can't afford to let this be a count out. Oh my god, no way. No way. Oh my god! Oh, wow. Nuke with the suplex has just driven Kato to the outside. That is brutal stuff right there. And now a German suplex. Oh my god. No, he's going for a second one. Holy cow. How is he doing this? Oh, and a third German suplex. This is crazy stuff right here. And now bringing Kato back into the ring here. Oh no. Back into the ring now. And Kato, my god, damn near taking Nuke's head off of that one. Of course, we've got a main event championship match. The Canadian title is on the line. Oh my gosh. Whoa, as Arthur Grande defends the Canadian Championship against Maximilian Von Kano. There's the kick out. And now bringing Nuke back to his feet here. Kato, all trying to throw Nuke, but Nuke there, quick counter to escape that perilous fate there. And now lifting up Kato. Dragging, and boom with a powerbomb. Oh my god, Nuke, look at the strength here. That is absurd. And now Nuke could be looking for that puncher kill everything, but Kato fighting back here. If that puncher kill everything connects, Kato's streak is as good as dead. But look at that, a powerbomb from Kato, and Nuke now trying to desperately get back to his feet as quick as he can. But Kato is wasting no time in continuing that offense. He needs to retain that aggressiveness throughout if he wants to win this. There is the Irish whip into the ropes. And oh, nice dodge there by Nuke. Sending Kato over the ropes now. And look at this. Oh, big headbutt there, busting open Nuke. Great catch there by Kato, who now goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. That headbutt did it. That was a big headbutt, knocked him clean out. And Kato, that streak continues. It's quickly, rapidly making its way to becoming 100-0. No, if this keeps up, it'll happen within the year. This has been some crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. And there we see that inverted suplex right there. That's usually the beginning of the end. But of course, it turns out that headbutt was the ultimate thing to put this one away. You can see there, Nuke began bleeding from the force of that shot. Crazy work right there, honestly. And congratulations to Kato, that streak building win after win after win. Is there anyone that can stop Kato? Alright, let's move on to the next match now. Dennis Finch is taking on Steel Knight. Rookie versus veteran here in this one. Steel Knight going up against the ropes here. Dennis Finch, a veteran, been training, been a part of the training center as one of the trainers in more recent years, but has more recently made a full-time comeback to the ring after an injury. Looked to set Dennis Finch out, take Dennis Finch out of the squared circle for good. And then, of course, you got Steel Knight, one of the new signings to the VGIW channel. And Steel Knight really wants to prove themselves here on Monday Night Law. And right now, there's an interesting back and forth between these two. There's that discus punch there. And now, driving the head down. Boom! Dennis Finch is not looking too good right now in the early stages here. Big strikes there. Steel Knight going for a DDT. Might be a knockout shot right there. Only a 1 count. Dennis Finch got a rebound quickly here. Look at that. That's one way of doing it. A swinging DDT right there. And now look at that submission hold. The ref's got to keep a close eye in case Steel Knight taps out. But a quick escape there. But that still doesn't matter. Dennis Finch seems to be really coming back into form here. Only a 1 count. And look at that. Going for a... Oh my god, the back and forth of the rolls up here. Oh my god. Whoa! No way. Oh my god, that looked close right there. And now Steel Knight with the Samoan drop there. Off against the ropes. And going for a splash, but Dennis Finch with the dodge. And this is proving to be a very close back and forth so far. Irish whip into the ropes, and look at that. But Steel Knight right back up for more. This is crazy work right here. And there with that right across the throat. And now Steel Knight psyching themselves up here. Big shoulder thrust. And now climbing up to the top rope. Big splash to the outside. This is an interesting contest here tonight. And Dennis Finch there catching Steel Knight there, and the battle looks to go back into Dennis Finch's favor. Look at look how bold Dennis Finch has gone now that he's been able to be healed. His neck injuries, which were considered career-ending at one point, have been pretty much sorted. He is back to being a bold performer. We started seeing shades of that after he left Storm System Worldwide and became a trainer at the training center. We got to see him focus on being an athlete once again over being a muscle-bound meathead. And now that he gets to become a full-time performer once again, he is really going at it. But look at that from Steel Knight. Steel Knight, of course, new to the business, wants to prove themselves here as one of the top wrestlers, you know, on the channel. And we've been seeing some great rookie runs as of late. There's that neck breaker. So maybe the perfect time for someone like Steel Knight to shine. And they're taking the leg out. That was nasty right there. Dennis Finch. Oh, back in the ring. And Steel Knight going to go for a side slam. Nice work there. Steel Knight trying to regain control of the match. Bringing Dennis Finch back up once again. And look at this. Oh my God. Is that going to do it? Oh, wait, no. You can see Steel Knight there not finished with Dennis Finch. But this should do it. Boom! Lights out. 1, 2, 3. And Steel Knight with the win. Very well done, if I have to say so. That was... wow. I mean, gotta give Dennis Finch's due credit, of course. He's still an impressive sight to behold. But right now, Steel Knight there with an impressive rookie performance, able to keep up with Dennis Finch, and ultimately coming out on top. I'm gonna say that was not a bad showing at all right there from either wrestler. And then, of course, putting it away there, simple but very effective. A knee straight to the face. The momentum of the knee combined with gravity, making for a great combination. And Steel Knight, they have managed to come out on top here. Now, don't go anywhere. Next up is going to be a hard-hitting brawl, and then our main event for the Canadian Championship. Here we go. Boris Monroe dealing with one of the invaders from Outrage Combat Wrestling. That right there is RCW's King Elmer. King Elmer, a former, I think former boxer. He's definitely either is or has been a boxer at some point. So we've got a boxer turned wrestler and an MMA athlete turned wrestler locking up here in this one. Oh my God! Now, of course, Boris Monroe, part of the part of the VGIW channel and part of the Monroe wrestling family, including his mother-in-law, Ms. Joyce Monroe, and his two daughters, Amber and Helen Monroe, and of course, Helen Monroe, who's currently dating Mark Monroe of the VGIW Training Center. Safe to say that the Monroe family is quite expansive, and apart from Mark, who's been specifically dedicated to being a trainer at the Training Center, all of the Monroe family have got quite the accolades to them. All of them have held championship gold. Oh my God. King Elmer there, look at that half Nelson lock. But Boris Monroe there managing to escape. And we've seen Boris Monroe absolutely lay out opposition here. And look at that. You can see the way King Elmer is trying to use some of those boxing skills. But Boris Monroe is not going to make that easy. Oh my God! Boris thrown to the outside by King Elmer. And now King Elmer pacing about here. Oh, caught there. Oh. This is vicious. Now, of course, Monday Night Law brought to you by the game review channel Duominous. Game reviews coming out every single month for various different games. And, oh, Jesus. Might as well call that an Elmer FUD the way that hit. Wow. Be sure to check out some of those game reviews, though. And now the referee watching on here, checking to see if Boris will answer the count. And he does. Elmer is celebrating too early here. Oh, here we go now. Locking horns. And Boris throwing Elmer. I don't think Elmer ever expected someone to be able to throw him like that. There's the kick out, though. And now Boris demanding Elmer get back up. Here we go now into the corner. Oh, nice counter. And now look at this. Snake eyes. here we go now. Going to go for some jabs to the face just to add insult to injury here. And now, oh, again, some more damage. Oh, right across the arm. And Elmer now taunting Boris. Elmer, part of the RCW invasion. Something that seems to be going into full swing alongside the Shock Wrestling invasion. VGIW having to deal with 2 E-Feds trying to, cross the border and take everything. Oh, Boris Monroe now. Oh, beware this combo. Oh, thanks for coming, Elmer. 1, 2, 3. And Boris Monroe with the win on that one. And that may not have been the most artistic fight I've ever seen, but it sure was a hard hitter. You had 2 people who are great at just slugging their opponents, and they absolutely demolished one another. But in the end, Boris Monroe is damn well unstoppable. My God, there is no one quite like him. And as you saw there, that combination, look at us. Oh, that has knocked out so many people in the past. 1, 2, 3, and that was all she wrote. Congratulations to Boris Monroe on winning that one. Now, of course, don't go anywhere, because next up is our Canadian Championship match. Alpha Grande defending the title against some stiff competition here from RCW. Here we go now. And you can see here Maximilian Volcano about to make his way down to the ring from Outrage Combat Wrestling, also backed by his manager from RCW, that being a wrestling veteran, Leslie Inferno. And there's Volcano. Gosh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, wow. Volcano looking to take the Canadian Championship and take it back to RCW. And let me tell you, that is going to be easier said than done. Alpha Grande has proven himself to be quite a formidable wrestler, and also someone who's looking to try and regain the world title. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but Maximilian Volcano, but right now Alpha Grande has been knocked down a peg, and Maximilian Volcano wants to take advantage of that. Whilst maybe whilst morale is low, he can swoop in and bring Alpha Grande down to rock bottom. Now, of course, Maximilian Volcano hoping to become Canadian champion. But first, a word from one of our sponsors. The best of VGIW video game wrestling. VGIW, GHK, Kitsune Kingdom, Canadian Destroyer Promotions, Terrific Texas Wrestling, and many special events and collaborations. Available only through VGIW, the official home of video game intense wrestling matches. So if it's power bombs, burning hammers, label locks, pile drivers, and hard-hitting strikes that you're after, increase your subscription list with our YouTube channel. VGIW, bringing home to you the very best of video game wrestling and its matches. And there you see Alpha Grande with the title. He has been doubly focused in the training center. He went from being the first Law World Champion and the first Law Canadian title to losing that Law World title against Johnny Von Hollywood. And now could lose the Law Canadian title to RCW's Maximilian Von Kano. Leslie Inferno certainly picked a great wrestler in that one. And now the two locking horns here, jockeying for position. Oh, the referee trying to break him up, but he is struggling there. Oh, what a cheap shot there. Oh, locking horns here. The Great Orc has got to be watching on intently here. Could be about to walk back, could have a wrestler walking back to RCW with a title in tow here. And right now, Alpha Grande, though, is dictating the pace of the match to start off with. Look at this. Some great combinations right now. Oh, now look at that. And, oh, Alpha Grande. Big discus clothesline. Maximilian Von Kano. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, and look at that takedown right there. Nice work. Oh, continuing later. Hurt now. Leslie Inferno watching on as right now Alpha Grande showing why he held two. He was the first person to hold two titles in Monday Night Law. Taking Maximilian Von Kano into the corner there with a big chest chop. And Von Kano right now could be in some deep trouble here. I don't know if he's ever experienced anything like this in RCW. Did Leslie Inferno try bringing kendo stick into play? That's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, though, there's no way. Oh my god. I was saying that Alpha Grande, has been doubling his efforts in the training center, and clearly that's paying off there. I don't think I've seen Alpha Grande do that before. He is clearly going that extra mile to take out Von Kano here. He does not want to go back to rock. He does not want to end up at rock bottom after hitting such a crucial high. Because think about it like this. Sure, there could be an in-between result where he only walks away with one belt, but he could either reclaim everything, defend the Canadian title successfully, and re-win the world title from JVH. Oh my god! Or he could lose it all. He could fail at both matches and go back to the very bottom. And that would be soul-destroying. Oh, what a strike there, taking down Alpha there. Maximilian is in full control once again of this match. Right now, just absolutely beating the bejesus out of Alpha Grande. Oh, here we go. Irish whip, throwing aside. And the ref watching on here. Count of nine, count of nine. Oh, and taking down Alpha. Oh, here we go. Stomping on the back there. And now, oh, nice catch. But look at this. Alpha Grande climbing up to the top rope now. And the ref watching on. Got to keep a close eye here. Leslie Inferno's already tried to get involved in this match. Oh, in fact, look at that. Hang on. An exposed turnbuckle, no doubt, from Leslie Inferno. You gotta think the Orcs paying them big bucks to try to walk away with a championship from the VGIW channel. But look at that pile driver. Surely that's got to be it. No, Maximilian Von Kano staying in this one. Alpha Grande bringing Von Kano back up though, and Alpha Grande, faking him out with that one. This is crazy work right here. Oh, and look at that. Uranagi! And then look at that, into that lion tamer right there, trying to make Von Kano submit. And you can tell right now that the pain has got to be excruciating. Oh, man. No luck there. But right now, Von Kano trying again to take the title from the Canadian, trying to take the Canadian title away from Grande in this one. And now, Alpha Grande getting back up, but caught by Von Kano. Oh, never mind. Maybe I spoke too soon. Look at this, Irish whip. And with a knee strike. Maybe the knockout shot Grande needed. It was! Alpha Grande, still your Canadian champion, and that's got to be vital momentum heading to the VGIW 5-Star Classic, where he hopes to reclaim the title from Johnny Von Hollywood of Shock Wrestling. He managed to hold off RCW for now, and he can refocus his sights on Shock Wrestling and trying to regain the Law World title. Oh, Leslie Inferno looks furious there and disappointed that his client didn't make it to the top in this one. Well, I want to thank you all so much for watching this episode of Monday Night Law. Please be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more, share this video with your friends, and comment down below. We'll see you next time.